What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Lasting Thoughts Podcast. I'm your host, Digital Relaxation, and we are back again for another episode. And don't remember what episode this is. Is this 50? Might be 50. I don't know. So yeah, as always, if you guys enjoy what you hear, what you're going to hear, please be sure to share and rate the podcast and all that good stuff. And yeah, let's get into it. The usual what I've been up to, besides being tired. Yesterday was probably the most tired I had ever been. Especially on top of that, I also had a major headache, so it was just exhaustion on top of a headache. And like when I got home, it was like I didn't want to do nothing, so I literally just laid down and thought it'll just ease my mind a little bit. Next thing I know, I'm waking up at 4 a.m. like, oh crap, I slept all day. Okay. So yeah, I guess that was a needed break or rest or whatever. That was cool. But yeah, other than that, what else I've been up to? Bunch of stuff, but at the same time, not a lot of stuff. Starting off with gaming. Nothing new really. It's been playing, like I said, I've been getting back into playing Apex again. The new season actually started today, so gonna get back into that. They got a new legend there. Mixed feelings on how I felt about it. I don't like her ability, where she has this ability, like she calls out like her bat companion, and like wherever it is you can kind of like jump to it. I don't know, kind of feels like it makes no sense. So yeah, they could have done something better with that. But yeah, playing wrestling. Oh, we also tried Multiverses, the new crossover Smash like game between the Warner Brothers characters and whatnot. It's cool. It's like mindless fun, but the game is very like clunky. Like the inputs, like the game wants to be fast paced, but the inputs, for me at least, I don't know, like this seems like it doesn't keep up with me, like what I'm trying to do, and like my character ends up doing what I want to do 2 combos afterwards, and I'm like, bro, like keep up. So I don't know, like they need to figure that one out, or just play slower. I noticed that too when I was playing the enemy, like they literally slowed up their pace and just started doing like the same 2 techniques, and I'm like, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I haven't really been playing much games. I've just been watching videos on games and whatnot. I've been hearing, hopefully, that there might be a new update for Cyberpunk. Hopefully it's an expansion and whatnot. So that's the rumors of what's going on. Looking forward to that because Cyberpunk is my game now. And also this video randomly came to me, so I guess it was meant to be. So news has came out about the new Tomb Raider game that's going to be coming out. I don't know if it's like another reboot again. It's like a soft reboot. I don't know. But a lot of people don't like where the story is going or where the character development is going. They making Lara Croft seem like she's like this frail, like, easily intimidated girl. Like, no, that's not. It's not like, a lot of people don't know Lara Croft like that. Like, she's supposed to be like this imposing badass, like, of a woman who just be out here just invading tombs and kicking ass and whatnot. So they got her making her seem like she just freaking, she gets traumatized and she's dealing with mess and she's lonely now and she's weak. So people don't like that. Some people not liking that they giving her, not only they giving her romance, but it's also romance with another woman. Same thing. And like I said, a lot of people, when you think of Lara Croft, like she never really had romance in anything she really was in for the most part. And it was like I don't know, like they trying to just make her seem like she's just a normal person, and that's my thing with gaming too. It's like most of the time we play these games so we can escape our world and our reality. Like we don't want a character that we can look at too closely. Like maybe there's some relation, like people like, especially for me, like having a black character in the game, that's enough. Like that's like, oh, there's a black person in the game, cool. Like I like that diversity, but don't make him too much like, oh, like just to generalize, like, oh, we have a black character in the game and there's a cutscene where he gets in, like, deals with the cops and they put the gun on him, and I'm like, bro, like, what is this? Like, why am I looking at a documentary? I want to play video game. I wanted to fly around and do crazy stuff and swing from places. Like, I don't want to see a video game character dealing with trauma when I'm dealing with trauma. It's like, bro, like, now we both sad. I'm like, what the hell is this? So I understand where they're coming from with that. Like, y'all can't be like humanizing your characters too much. Like I said, there's a point where it's like, are you trying to make a video game or are you trying to make a movie? Are you trying to tell a story? And funny enough, that I actually recently watched like this video of this guy like basically breaking down the whole storyline of The Last of Us 1 and 2 in one video. I did not play the second Last of Us, but I did watch it, so I already knew what it was, but it's been a while since I looked at it, so seeing it again with like the story with fresh eyes and whatnot, and picking apart like why it didn't work as a story, because gameplay wise it's like y'all didn't really improve on much in the gameplay, and that's laziness out here. But the story is like, y'all telling these, and I think this is also my thing too with like when you do like zombie apocalypse stories. This is because it always go one way, and I don't like that. It's like the only game that I can think of, like the only couple of games I could think of that really like did a zombie apocalypse style great was Left 4 Dead and the Call of Duty zombies. Funny enough, because they didn't include society, they didn't include the public, and like this is just our story. We're dealing with the zombies. This is us, not the first part of the game is the zombies, but then the rest of it is like dealing with humans, and it's like you almost forget that there was an apocalypse happening here. It's just people just being fools with each other. It's like, oh my god, like yeah, so I like the zombie part. Like I don't know, like I can only do it so much. Like after a while, it just becomes like, that's the reason why I dropped the Walking Dead TV show. Cause I felt like if we being realistic, the show should have ended like the third season or whatever. Like, cause like if we ain't gonna figure out what's happening by then, like just end it, because I'm not gonna sit here and just watch, because then it doesn't become about the apocalypse no much. It becomes about what people do when they just feel like they have a god complex, and we just see people to be stupid all the time. Like we deal with that normally without the apocalypse. Like the apocalypse don't make that happen. We already have that happening. So it is what it is. So that's the thing going on. So a lot of people hoping that they change that before the game coming out, or they will not support it. And yeah, what sucks, because I like the Tomb Raider reboot. So it's like, I don't like, they can't keep nerfing her in a sense constantly. So I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully they listen and fix things up. I think that's about it for gaming. Not really playing anything else. Actually, yes, was it yesterday? I don't know when it happened, but I watched a video either yesterday or today. I don't, like, I was asleep yesterday, so I don't remember if I watched it yesterday. But I saw a Street Fighter video. They revealed 2 more characters. One was Jury. She originally came from Street Fighter 4, and she was in 5. So she's back again now. They completely just turned her into a goth girl, like the kind of goth girl that everyone be like lusting over. So she's literally just there for fan service at this point. Even when her moves, But they revealed a new character, Kimberly. It's a black girl. She looks incredible. Like, her fighting style is dope. I might main her if I get that game. So I'm looking forward to that. Also recently saw that they put Marvel vs. Capcom 2 into the 1UP arcade machine, which, I mean, that's kind of like a gaming dream of mine too, to own a arcade machine. So someday I might get that, because Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is, yeah, that's like one of my favorite fighting games. That kind of introduced me into like the Marvel verse more. Like, I already knew about Capcom, so like I learned about who the Marvel characters are and what they can do. And then wondering, like, by the time MCU came out, like, a lot of them wasn't present. So yeah, but I'm looking forward. Well, not looking forward, but hopefully someday I can own one of those. It's also supposed to come with like 5 other games too, which is dope. Like, just give like more for your buck. But yeah, I think that should be it for my gaming news. As for stuff I've been watching and whatnot, what have I been watching? Besides, I'm still on Samurai Champloo. I'm on the last 3 episodes now, so now it's figuring out what I'm gonna watch right after that. So finish that and then move on to the next anime. In terms of manga, I'm not reading anything new. I still need to get some volumes of ones I already started reading. So I'm gonna go with that. But One Piece, of course, as I mentioned that it was on this break last time, so it came back with 2 great chapters back to back, and kind of like making my point for me about how I feel about certain characters in the universe and whatnot. So that's dope. If I'm not mistaken, oh yeah, there's the One Piece movie coming out, as well as the Dragon Ball. I just noticed that Dragon Ball Z and One Piece both got a movie coming out this year. So I don't know if the One Piece movie is gonna be in theaters though. I would like for it to be. The last one was. I went to go watch that in theaters. Definitely got to support that. So we'll see where that goes. I still haven't watched Thor. Like, I don't know. Like I said, my love for the MCU just like slowly. We'll see. But that's about it. I ain't really been watching much else besides stuff on YouTube. Just like watching stories about video games and theories and whatnot, like I usually do. But yeah. But also in the music, I alluded to it last time. Also, of course, I announced that I did drop my project last time. But wait, did I? I don't know. If I talked about it last episode, I'm sorry. But I did get my project to be released as an EP on streaming platforms. So what I did was chop down most of the songs and put those together. Cause yeah, so that's nice. So now like my music is like kind of officially out there now. But that's cool. As far as other music, I've been listening to. I've just been going back and listening to older projects as usual. Raekwon's "Built for Cuban Links" album. What is it? Turned 26 or something like that. 26 or 27. So celebrate that album. I listened to that just like I did with Blue Below the Heavens. This year is its 15th year anniversary. So listening to that. Listen to the Samurai Champloo soundtrack album. I listened to the Fully Cooley soundtrack album. And just a bunch of other songs. No new projects that I'm really listening to. I just like going back and listening to older stuff and recapturing it with different ears and like a different mindset. So that's mainly it with music. I don't know if any. Well, I mean, at this list is like my list of who I care about that's releasing is like almost non-existent now because either they not that popping in the mainstream where their music is like not talked about a lot, or they passed away already, or they just don't make music no more. So a lot of my music that I enjoy and whatnot is like gone. So everything is like old now, which sucks. But yeah, that's my music struggle. But yeah, I'm glad that like to finally have my music out there and whatnot to make it feel more legit. So it's cool if you guys want to stream it. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's about it. Everything I've been up to, aside from just chilling and thinking about stuff as always. I've just been watching like stuff where people like explain their point of views of things and whatnot, and like seeing what I can take from that. But also been talking to other people about the last topic I talked about with the whole love situation and if it's even there anymore and whatnot. So fun. I just find it has nothing really to do with the situation. It's just funny how people are to each other, like talking about it, and it's like we're both like talking about it with my friend, and we're both like kind of in the same boat of feelings. Like we feel like this not working for us no more. Like if it don't work out soon, then I'm just gonna give up or whatever. But it's like when we tell each other, it's like, nah, you're gonna be fine, man. You gonna find someone. But me, on the other hand, so it's like one of us is like trying to like encourage the other one that's gonna work out, but while we are like ourselves feeling like, nah, like us personally, it's not gonna work out for us. But I got faith in you. You're gonna make it work for us. So it's weird that people do that. I don't know. It's interesting because like from her point of view, like she said, she did that with another friend of hers too, who felt the same way. And then like, she was like, you're gonna find someone. And then recently she actually did end up finding someone that she seems to be happy with. So it's like, what is it about you? I guess that's not making it work. I guess like that it becomes a personal thing. Like, is it you actually, or is it just you think like you or whatever it is you blaming it on, like it's the wrong generation or whatever, like I don't know. So that's one thing. I should have put this in the music section. I could talk about this here. Recently they kind of like discovered that there's a Mississippi rapper called Notorious B1 who did a song that basically sounds like, well, I don't say it basically sound like it's the Juicy beat, and he did his own song on it. The song's called, the song's called Big Daddy. I don't want to say it, but and it's basically like it's the whole style of being a big rapper and whatnot, and he's using the Juicy beat. And the thing is that he released that 1 year before the actual Juicy song, and of course the people saying like, oh, did Biggie take it or whatnot, and some people like, nah, it can't be Biggie, maybe Puffy did it, or one of the label people who found it and like, hey, this style, like, or the beat, like, hey, this part, like, this sounds cool, but I think if Biggie does it, it'll sound way better. So people figured that that's what happened. But then you got two things. One, Biggie, because he originally was going by Biggie Smalls, but he got sued for that name because somebody else was using it. So, well, I don't know. Actually, there's like two stories with that. Because there's another person named Biggie Small that Tupac knows. And that's where he mentioned on the song God Bless the Dead, where Tupac says rest in peace to Biggie Smalls. And that's the one thing that alludes to people thinking like, is Tupac dead? Because that song came out publicly after Tupac and Biggie died. And it's like, how the hell, why are you saying rest in peace to Biggie? But obviously he was talking about another person named Biggie Smalls that he knew. And according to Tupac, it's like, they made our Biggie, Notorious B.I.G., stop using that name because of that and also with the beef. So there's two stories with him not using that name no more, whatever. But then he changed his name to Notorious B.I.G., which the dude name was Notorious B1. It's like, bruh. And then not only to mention that in the song, Biggie even said down from Mississippi, he said straight from Mississippi down to the East Coast or something like that, like alluding to like, yeah, the Mississippi rapper, but now it's here. So I don't know. We don't know if Biggie personally like had a hand in it too, is what we're saying. And then, I don't know. I just as time been going on, I just been looking at Biggie with the side eye, like his entire career. That's why I don't really rank him high in my personal favorites. Because I don't know. It just seems too shady for me to be respecting him musically. I don't know. And then he don't even have like a whole lot of songs that's like, like I can listen to Biggie like if I'm planning on it. Like I don't really like just sit there and be like, hey, because when you listen to Biggie on the radio, they always play either Juicy or Hypnotize or One More Chance for the most part. That's it. So you don't really get to hear his actual good songs. But yeah, that's funny. Rappers out here just jacking people's styles. And Biggie regarded now as one of like usually he's flip-flopping on people's top 5 as number 1 or number 2. But yeah. Struggles. But yeah, aside from that, I ain't really been thinking about much, just trying to find like what's next for me, I guess. Like every time I do something like major, like my music project or something else that I'm working on, like once I finally get it out, I figure out like what is it that I'm gonna do next. Like trying to find my next calling or my next purpose in life and whatnot, like seeing what else I can expand on. I want to go back to writing like stories again, because I've just be having a lot of stories in my head, and it's hard to like keep track of them when like I try to go back to them like a year later. I'm like it's like realizing certain plot points don't work out or just not remembering the plot point. Like now I gotta make up a new one, so I gotta start writing them down so I can have it all structured and whatnot. But yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out what's next for me, what's going on. I was almost too tired to do this podcast, you can probably tell. I was just exhausted. Like I think it's like my hibernation week. Like I'm trying to do the bare minimum this week, especially with this heat. Brutal. So I'm trying to stay chill, do the least I have to do physically as possible, and just relax and think and figure out what's next for me. Dealing with other crap with my car as usual. My car just loves like poking its head out like, hey, don't forget that I'm annoying. Like, yeah. So yeah, that's about it. I gotta actually download this new Apex update. I should have done that while I was recording, so that had been out. So struggles. But yeah, man. I think this is another short one for you guys. Don't really have a lot to talk about. Still trying to get other people on here to get their point of view on things that I talk about as well, and see where that goes. But yeah, so another short one. Hope you guys enjoyed as always. Yeah, be sure to share, rate, and all that good stuff. Hope you guys have a great day and a great week, and till next time, peace.